Welcome to our new series, the 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie. Welcome to episode 13 of the 200 Movie Challenge. We're pretty much a quarter of the way through, and we got some interesting films to talk about today, Soto. So
Yeah,
let's
we do.
not waste any time, and we're going to
Ooh,
start off with
okay.
you. What was the first movie that you want to talk about today?
Okay. So I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while. Admittedly, I have not really seen a lot of this director's movies. I'm aware of Terrence Malick. I think I saw, oh my God, New World. It was that Pocahontas movie. I think it had Colin Farrell in it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Sounds right.
yeah, and that movie I saw a long time ago, and it was fine. I think I only saw it once. I do remember there being a very specific shot in that movie where the camera's kind of panning around to the characters, and it shows the Pocahontas character, and and in the background you just see like a random lightning strike, like as in the distance in the clouds, and it's all real. It's like a once in a lifetime shot. It looks amazing the way that like the lightning hits right as the camera is panning. Um, you can't plan shit like that, and that scene always stuck with me way more than the movie did. So I have an interest in watching the Thin Red Line we talked about, which is like 3.5 hours. So I don't know. I might have to take another vacation to watch that movie in order for me to have time. But I had always been aware of the movie The Tree of Life. Stars Brad Pitt and I believe Jessica Chastain as well, and Sean Penn is in it too. Terrence Malick again, just amazing cinematography and an amazing director, and so I just had wanted this. I'd wanted to see this for a while. When I got the alert that it was available on Max, I wrote it down on my to-do list of being like, okay, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to watch it. It's only like a little over 2 hours, so it wasn't terrible. It was something I knew I could fit in. Uh, but it's hard for me, to really describe this movie. I guess if I had to, if I was at Blockbuster, right, and we're in line and you're a customer,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's about, so Sean Penn's character is kind of reliving or rethinking about his life when he was a younger child and growing up under, Brad Pitt plays the father and Jessica Chastain plays the mother, and he's kind of remembering growing up in that time era in Texas. I believe it was Waco, Texas. It kind of looked like it was in the 50s or so. It was kind of, overbearing father and a nice mother. And then as he's remembering these things, his younger brother, it all starts with remembering his youngest brother dying at 19 and the family going through that grief. Then it goes into um shots of the beginning of the universe
Okay.
and sequences where like the universe is being created and the earth is being created, and then eventually life forms in the oceans, which leads to dinosaurs, and kind of dinosaurs evolving and just kind of going through life and everything, and then that's intercut with scenes of childhood and just random kind of things of being a kid. And so it, the best way that I could describe this movie, I'm not even sure I can call it a movie. It is a movie. I want to be
Well,
very
that's
clear
good. That's
about
good
that.
that
But
you
what
watched a movie. That's the point of this. All right.
it's so difficult for me to describe it because it doesn't, I don't know if it has, we always talk about the 3 act structure. We're always asking movies to just adhere to it, so we can get through it. But it's almost like it's like watching an emotional like weather pattern. Um, it's like memory, prayers, grief in slow motion. It's almost like a planetarium show of grief. I don't, but like how that all mixes with like the beginning of time and stuff. And so It's hard for me to even recommend if this is something that I would have somebody watch. Like, I'm glad that I saw it because as I'm watching it, I know I'm watching a movie that's done expertly, and I know I'm watching a movie that's in the hands of a master. Um, I'm glad I saw it, but I might never ever see it again. Um, it's really more of a meditation than it is a movie, and that sounds really weird. And you're probably like, "This sounds like the most boring movie ever." Like the way I'm describing it, I'm not doing it
Yeah, I'm
any
not gonna
justice.
lie.
It's
I'm like,
incredibly.
I haven't sold me on watching this, but that's okay. I know that's the best part about this challenge is the different picks that we both been watching. But continue, please continue.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like I went to church and therapy at the same time. I don't know how to really describe this. It's just a movie that you kind of experience and sit with at the end. You just kind of feel like it happened. I don't want to say anything negative about it. I think it's a piece of art, and it's not as shocky as something like Eraserhead, right? Eraserhead was downright disgusting to me. But I understood what David Lynch was doing, and I'd seen other things that he did. But yeah, this movie was just a fucking mind trip. Um, and and then it just kind of ends, and then I was kind of left just in this weird haze. Um, so again, I respect it. Can't say I'd recommend it to you, or recommend it to anybody. It just depends on how much you're into these kind of films, right? These art kind of sort of descriptions about feelings and thoughts rather than having it be the classical three-act structure with some actors that do really, really good jobs in it and director that's just absolutely fantastic. But it's just kind of a little bit out there for me. And again, if I'm ranking this, which is I guess what we're all kind of here talking about, like if I'm actually going to rank this movie, a very difficult time ranking it because as you're noticing, I'm having a very difficult time talking about it.
This is true. This is true.
But as
And
a, I don't, it's so, I'm telling you, it's hard to describe without actually watching it. Um, because I can talk about just the things that happen, but it's just, again, it's more about feelings and dealing with grief. But if I had to rank it, this is so hard. But I'm actually going to rank this. Um, I'm actually going to rank this below Oppenheimer and above Sing.
so your new number
Um,
18.
yes, I'm actually going to put that. I think that's where that's going to sit. Um, just based on craft alone, and again, it's done very very well, and I don't think I'm ever going to watch this movie again. But I can't. I've watched plenty of movies where I know it's a really good movie and I'll never see it again, and this is definitely um, that type of movie. It was an experience. It was kind of spiritual at times, and it definitely referenced a lot of things as far as what it is to be a boy and growing up, and what it is to be a boy, and then kind of put into those sort of gender specific ideals and roles as an American, and what's expected as a father, and what's expected as a mother, and all these kind of memories. And but I can't put it too high up the list because again, it's I wouldn't say it's one of the more enjoyable like movies I've seen this year. Again, to sum it up, respect without recommendation. That's the best way I can sum up Tree of Life.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, do you see why I started with this? Because as I talk about my second movie, and we'll get there, the tenor of the second movie and the discussion for the second movie is going to be on a totally different level. And if I had started with the second movie and I went to the Tree of Life, we would have ended this episode in such a strange place. So thank you for giving me the space. We're past it, and and we can move forward.
I feel that I really do not know what this movie's about, and I feel my head's going to be in a good space not knowing what this movie is about.
Oh, again, it'll find you when it needs to find you, if it finds you. But this is not a movie that I would be like, hey, Chad, like,
You need to
you
see
got to
this
check
right
this
now.
out.
Number
Yeah,
one
I mean,
rental.
if I was mad at you, I guess, and I don't see that in a bad way, but if I just wanted to put you in a sad spot and just, I don't know, ruin your day, I'd maybe recommend this. But I don't know. I don't know if there's ever time. Again, like I said, if you're a fan of Terrence Malick and you want to catch up on his film um, blog and you want to complete that, I think it's a fantastic entry for a fantastic director. And I will be watching Thin Red Line and anything else I can get my hands on from him. So there'll be probably more reviews coming soon on those. But yeah, I kept thinking about this and I'm like, there's no way Chad's gonna ever watch this movie.
No, but then again, there's most of the movies that both of us have watched, the others not most likely going to watch. You never know. There might come a time, but no.